From the original purchase through to maintenance, the cost of owning a private jet can quickly creep up. Welcome to Kings of Luxury. So what is the actual cost of owning a private jet? Can you afford at least owning one without even buying it? Make sure to watch till the end to find out. Private jet travel is one of the most sophisticated indicators of a luxury lifestyle. Owning your own plane is among the most coveted ways to jet set. It's definitely not chartering. A business jet is associated with a host of benefits, including dedicated usage, added convenience, and an infinite number of flying hours. However, the advantages of owning a private jet will eventually come at a cost. To help understand the actual price of a flying business, we've broken down how much it really costs to own a private jet after buying one. To begin with, how much does it cost to buy a private jet? The starting cost of buying a private jet will vary greatly depending on the aircraft model, size, range, and capacity. For instance, a light jet such as the Embraer Phenom 100, depending on configuration, can seat up to 9 passengers and be bought for less than $2 million. We suggest you watch our video about it. At the other end of the spectrum, bigger, more powerful private jets can reach hundreds of millions. For instance, the super long-range BBJ 777X that can seat up to 75 guests will set you back upwards of $400 million. So how much does it cost to own the flying baby? At first, let's consider some factors. The hourly rate. Exactly how much do you fly? Aircraft sellers will tell you that you should totally purchase a private jet if you spend 200 hours a year in the sky. Be aware that these guys are also trying to sell you one. Aircraft brokers who submit fractional ownership in a jet will say it's more like 400 to 600 hours. They, of course, are also selling something. Fractional ownership is like a timeshare in real estate. A fair rule of thumb is that an annual flight time of at least 240 hours is needed to achieve a reasonable operating cost for a private jet. Your travel routine. The type of travel you perform might be even more crucial than air hours as a factor in whether to buy a jet. For example, if you frequently have to schedule one-way flights, you'll also have to pay the cost of sending the jet and its crew back. On the other side, if you plan to remain at one destination for a week or more, the pilots and crew have to be accommodated for the whole time or sent home. In both cases, the costs may greatly outweigh the advantages of buying in the first place. Are there any more private jet ownership costs? Of course. While the purchase fee may seem steep, many owners share that the actual cost of owning a private jet comes later on. Customization. When buying a new, just out of the hangar jet, you will design the interiors regarding your personal preferences as the owner. While a jet can be left in its original design, many buyers favor redesigning, whether adding a special touch to the decor or totally altering the layout. Of course, customization will be pricey, with some private jet owners spending as much as $100 million on outstanding plane interiors. Crew. Being innovative as possible, business jets can't yet fly themselves. Not only do you need to accommodate the crew, but you will also need to hire the crew. That includes pilots if they cannot fly themselves. The cost varies depending on the crew and number of flying hours, but jet owners should get ready to pay anything from $200,000 per year. Maintenance. Frequently flying through the sky at over 500 miles an hour will inevitably leave your business jet open to some wear and tear. General maintenance should be routinely performed, while unexpected repairs should also be budgeted for. The cost will differ depending on the model and the nature of the repair, but even seemingly minor issues, such as a cracked window, can cost tens of thousands of dollars. Fuel. Fuel is the largest expenditure when it comes to the cost of owning a private jet, since jet fuel is currently priced at around $2.25 to $5.50 per gallon. Although fuel consumption will vary depending on onboard weight and flying speed, bigger planes such as the Gulfstream G700 will require 380 gallons an hour, meaning your minimum hourly fuel costs at over $850. Quick math, if you're flying for 300 hours a year, you should expect to save for fuel around $256,000. Hangar fees. When you're paying this much for the luxury of owning a jet, it needs to be stored delicately when not in use. Unless you have space in your garage, you'll have to rent or buy a room in an airport hangar. Depending on the hangar place, renting a private hangar will take around $3,000 per month. In total, This sounds too much. Are there any other options? If all these costs simply don't work in your financial favor, there are several far less expensive ways to join the private jet club. You could book a charter for a specific trip, buy partial ownership in a jet, or purchase a private flight club membership. The private flight club membership permits short notice booking for domestic or international flights on a range of jets at set hourly rates. Any of these options will give a unique custom craft experience without the management hassle and associated costs. It pays to shop around. There are lots of competitors offering charter flights, fractional jet ownership, and private flight memberships. A jet owner should expect flying at least 100 hours a year over 4 to 5 years to make the price worth it. If you don't plan to fly that much, the fractional ownership we mentioned before will likely be a more cost-effective way to experience private aviation. But what do you think? Does having a private jet worth that money? Are you planning to buy a jet already? Make sure to share your opinion in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss an upload, and you can enjoy the excellent content we send your way.